Hello everybody, I'm Eero Westerberg, I'm the Master Coach at VAHVA Fitness, and today I will show you the rope. Now this is a fairly common type of equipment that many people know. Not too many utilize, although nowadays I think the popularity has increased quite a bit because of, for instance, CrossFit. Even this is a kind of a CrossFit gym and they have multiple of these ropes here. And if not from CrossFit, at least from your childhood gymnastic lessons or something, these are very common training tool nowadays, but as I mentioned, not so much utilized. But what is not known is that this is not only a modern invention. Of course, the rope has some history, and it's actually also one of the very ancient training tools that exist. I mean, there are also records of the ancient Greek practicing with actually specifically rope climb as a form of strength training. There are athletes practicing with this, for instance. We can even look at the Renaissance. We have pictures from there, people practicing different types of even rope climb. So it was quite a highly taken actual skill there. There had two-arm rope climbs and different other variations as well. So this is a very old tool as well, used throughout the centuries when we go to the past. And it's no wonder in a sense that it is used because it's quite functional. I mean, if you can master the strength in this one, you can climb up a wall. That's pretty useful for soldiers trying to get over a wall, for instance. Or if you are a military person, for instance, you're going to be needing this kind of skill that is specifically that you get from climbing the rope. So one of the reasons that we have this in the ironing method is precisely the fact that you're actually training and utilizing this to train the grip. So once again, this is vertical. It is not that much thicker than a regular barbell, but it is a thicker one. And it is also in the vertical position. So it means that every time I grab this, my arm would like to slide this way over. So I need to squeeze really hard to be able to really actually hold it or hang here like this way, or even climb around. The reason why this is not so much utilized nowadays is that people, when they think about the rope climb and training with it, all they can imagine and think about is climbing the rope up and down, right? So that is the most difficult progression that you can even do with the rope. But there's a ton of stuff that you can actually use. This is why also, even in the ironing method, I cover a ton of different practices I can do that have nothing to do with actually climbing per se. You can do rows, you can do isometric hangs, multiple different variations of rows, single arm, double arm, different type of variations of hanging before you ever start to do any kind of actually climbing. And even of course then you have different climbs where you are, supported on even supported with your feet. So making it a little bit more easier, right? We have more advanced rows, like going here, or even different type of grip, like reverse grips. So very versatile tool to actually train the grip, which is our principle, like the first principle that we had, the grip first. That is like one of the most important factors when it comes to real world functional performance. So you need to train the grip, and the rope is a fantastic tool for that. The other factor that is, of course, when you're doing this kind of movements, pulling, is that you are training muscles in your back. You're training the lats, you're training your trapezius, and you're developing, of course, the full body arms. So what I like about this is that every time I'm doing training with this, like even climbing up or doing rows, my arms feel like they become really hard, kind of like hard rubber or something. So it gives a very interesting type of definition and hardness into the entire arm region actually. So that is a great part of it actually. The big mistake that I used to do actually with the rope climbing, and what I wanted to fix for other people also when it went to the ironing method, is that I utilize it here and there a little bit, only doing the climbing. That's not the best way to get the results. Utilize this tool consistently, add it really to your routines, do smart, progressive and systematic training with the rope, and you will gain enormous gains, enormous strength gains, and even gains into your central nervous system with the rope. So this is one of the highest central nervous system activations out of any exercise, because of that grip actually, the demands that it has for the grip, right? So that really takes away your brain power and the central nervous system power. But as a result, it also develops that. So you can do for example, if eventually you can do a double climb up and down, you have a pretty good nervous system endurance there. So this is the rope, and how to get access to it. You can of course probably buy this and hang it on a tree or something, but I think the easiest way to get access to this is getting into a gym, a good gym which has plenty of equipment, or bigger like CrossFit box like this. They will have probably multiple ropes and you can start to practice with that right away.